So you probably already knew. You already knew. It was the dad. Yes, it was the dad. We all knew that. That the old man was the dad. He had the rings. He knew this place inside out. It was obvious. It was the dad. We knew it was just a little suspenseful thing that they were trying to do, but it just didn't work out because it was so obvious. So I don't know why they just had no other way of executing that, I guess. But anyway, before I get to talk about that, let's talk about the tile situation. How everyone's attacking. They were either getting rid of the enemy from the outside. It wasn't enough. I guess I kind of wish that they were struggling a bit, showing how the threat was even worse than it was before. Because they said others have tried to ingest the Yakuza blood and stuff and failed, but this time they're doing it a different way. And so it would have been a lot easier if they should have been having a bit of a struggle with these people. But the reason why is for those who are genetically given it and then those who just take it by a shot. It's completely different. It kind of reminds me of Bioshock in a way with Atom and stuff and splicing. All the splicers, people had it. They injected and gave them powers and made them stronger than the average human and more durable. But however, it messed them up from the inside and then the outside later on. Or you can even see them kind of morphing with their clothes and stuff. So it had that kind of side effect on them, where it just messed up with them. But those who were like Jack from the first game, where he was genetically modified with it through birth, he was able to have Adam and not really mess himself up with it. He can drink all the Adam with it, and it was okay. So that was the point. That's what I'm trying to describe it to the Yakuza family, to these mercenaries. The mercenaries are strong, but they are not truly matched to this craft. They did not grow up with it, so therefore they didn't know all of its abilities to really awaken it that way. But obviously, it was more of a distraction that was going on. So they were able to do that. And then what's going on inside where Musumi was pretty much in a corner of back of the wall. The guy was coming out, plus the power was shut down. So Tayo was not on any life support this time. So she had no choice but to give him his blood, the only thing she could think of from the past to save Tayo in a day. And it worked, He got the Blossom effect, and it looks pretty cool with it, He's all kind of badass with it, and took out the dude. But, it's still, he's not used to it. Because like I said, he wasn't born with it. But however, he did train his body with it at least. So, there's ways to get that kind of effect if you are not genetically given it in a way through birth. You can do it by training your body to adapt to it. But even then, there's still the risk. At least you have a bigger percentage than just putting your body at the moment and then you're off just running wild until you get those side effects and the burnout that comes with it as well. That's pretty much going on title, especially at the end of the episode. It was saying how even the children were on rampages. So even though they were genetically modified with it through birth, they themselves, we still had the thing where they were running rampant as children every now and then. Probably not as bad as what Tyler's going through, but he's still at that age where he can still accept it because he's still a kid in a way, a teenager. So that makes a lot of sense. But anyways, let's talk about the dad. So Kirito goes see the dad. Kirito acts like the comic relief character, the one that likes to be obsessed with Musumi and stuff, but he seems to be the one that also has to get his hands the dirtiest the most because he is the oldest. As you know, when it comes to the oldest, they're the ones who have to take the burden all the time because they're used to it as being the oldest. So him seeing and talking to the dad and getting the ring back, but he questioned him saying, "Why did you do this?" Because it didn't feel like that the dad was there to really take down the house. More than anything, it was to help Tayo get stronger. It's almost as if the father is a necessary evil that's happening. It's a villain that's necessary for the reason because he knows what happens if he's not there. He knows what is to come, or he knows what happens if no one's taking that seat, or if the wrong person takes that seat. That's a necessary evil in a way. So here he is, this necessary evil, and he's causing chaos in the family, but they can handle the chaos. Now, the only problem was with Musumi and Tayo. He knew that Musumi would be back into a corner, and she had no choice but to give Tayo her blood. So it's like he wanted this to happen. This was his outcome the entire time. So what is Tampopo? Is it? Is Tampopo using him, or he's using Tampopo? Either way, or it could just be a partnership, which is my first thing. They could be using each other for what's happening. Either way, it's very suspicious and odd. So we could say he's an antagonist, but he's not truly a villain. There's more going on to the story that we don't know about. Now, what I would like to talk about lastly is the opening. The new opening, I mean, is meh. It happens a lot when it comes to anime to have a second part of it, where the second part of the anime opening, it just don't work, man. Like they do a new season sometimes, especially they can make a good song. But when it comes to stuff like this, so for some reason the second opening is never good as the first opening. I've been seeing that a lot since my start of watching anime, and it sucks. It's only very rarely where you can have a good clean row of songs. Especially those anime that used to last for like 50 episodes and stuff like that, like Full Metal Alchemist or Twin Star Exorcist and stuff, where they'll have knockout banger of openings every single time. But when it's just 24 episodes, you get two openings most of the time. Sometimes you still get one opening, you know? But this one itself wasn't that much of a banger. It felt so, you know, generic. That's all I'm saying. It felt very generic. I didn't really care for it. I was like watching it as time was passing by. Like, oh, it has the same thing, showing the members and showing the bad guys and stuff like. The first one was more creative and stuff like that. I guess they're trying to show that things are getting more serious, which is understandable. But they still could have done a better job at it, in my opinion. But I guess it's the best they could do at the time. Who knows? But anyways, this arc has ended, but seems like more bigger things are to come. What other challenges Tayo and the family will have to face down the road, we can only wait and see. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, no one's really talking about this anime, which it sucks because I enjoy this anime, but not as much people talking about. Same thing kind of with Undead Unluck. Not a lot of people are really talking about like the other ones. So I'm wondering if Sakamoto Day is going to go through the same thing. We'll have to wait and see. With that being said, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, share, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has the background on anime. Signing out.